The Eiffel Tower Mystery, a Parisian Whodunit. Chapter 1. A Dream of Exploring. Sophie had always dreamed of exploring Paris. She loved reading about the city's history, its arts, and most of all, its mysteries. When she finally landed in the City of Lights, she was ready for an adventure. Her first stop was the iconic Eiffel Tower, a place she had seen countless times in photographs but had never visited in person. Chapter 2. The Tower's Secrets. As she approached the Eiffel Tower, its iron lattice seemed to reach up into the heavens. She bought a ticket and made her way up to the top. Sophie decided to spend some time in the small museum within the tower that most tourists overlooked. It was there that she discovered her first clue, or rather, the absence of one. A glass display case that should have contained a historical artifact was empty. Chapter 3. The Curious Guide. Sophie noticed that a guide, Pierre, was also looking curiously at the empty case. When she approached him, he seemed flustered. "Is something wrong?" she asked. "The artifact, it's missing. This is a mystery that needs solving," Pierre explained. Chapter 4. Assembling the Suspects. Sophie thought it was strange that an artifact could go missing from such a secure place. She decided to investigate. There were a handful of suspects: Pierre the guide, Marie the museum guard, and Tom, a tourist who had been lingering around the case earlier. Chapter 5. The Clues Unfold. Sophie began her investigation by asking Marie, the museum guard, where she was when the artifact went missing. Marie claimed she was patrolling another floor. Sophie wasn't sure if she could be trusted. Next, she interviewed Tom, who seemed nervous but claimed he was innocent. Sophie found a clue near the scene, a unique key with an intricate design. It was a clue that could help her unravel this whodunit. Chapter 6. Digging Deeper. She decided to take her clue to Pierre. When she showed him the key, his eyes widened. "This is the master key to all the display cases," he said. "I only have one, and it's right here," he added, pulling out a key that looked identical to the one Sophie had found. Chapter 7. Pieces of the Puzzle. Sophie went back to the scene and looked for more clues. This time she found a small note hidden behind the display case. It read, "For the good of all, this must be hidden." She kept the clue to herself, sensing it could reveal the truth. Chapter 8. Confronting the Suspects. Sophie gathered all the suspects. She presented her findings and asked them to explain themselves. Pierre and Marie had alibis, but Tom started to sweat and seemed nervous. Chapter 9. The Unexpected Reveal. Sophie then presented the note. Tom's eyes widened and he confessed. He had taken the artifact but claimed it was for a noble cause. It was an artifact stolen from a developing country, and he intended to return it. Chapter 10. An adventure to remember in the end. The artifact was returned and Tom was handed over to the authorities. But Sophie had her adventure, her exploration, and even a mystery that she could write about in her travel diary. Her trip to Paris was not just a vacation, it was an enriching adventure that gave her a story she would cherish forever. Keywords. Exploring. To search and discover a place, especially a new one. Paris. The capital city of France, known for its culture, art, and fashion. Eiffel Tower, an iconic iron tower located in Paris, one of the most recognizable structures in the world. Mystery. Something that is difficult or impossible to understand or explain. Whodunit, a type of story or play about a murder in which the identity of the murderer is not revealed until the end. Clue, a fact or piece of information used in solving a mystery or problem. Suspect, a person thought to be guilty of a crime or offence. Investigation. The action of examining something closely in order to find out what happened. What was Sophie's first stop when she arrived in Paris? What was unusual about the small museum within the Eiffel Tower? Who are the main suspects in the story? What clue did Sophie find near the empty display case? Why did Pierre react the way he did when Sophie showed him the key? What was written on the note Sophie found behind the display? What did Sophie consider her trip to Paris to be?